Hello, 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 crafty friends. How's everybody doing? Hello, Whimsy Bunch. That's what I call us. Hope you've had a beautiful start to the week. No, it is Thursday. Why am I thinking it's Monday? I don't know. We had a busy week, so maybe that's why. I don't know. My brain ain't working. What can I say? Happy Thursday, everybody. Forgive me. I'm a little discombobulated this evening. Hop on in, say hey, let me know where you're watching from. And I'm Ann with Whimsically Knotted, and I am trying to find us on my iPad, and my iPad is not cooperating. Why am I not cooperating? Nope, that's not what I want to do. There we go. Hitting the right button does work. Hey, Sherry. I'm laughing at myself. Thank you, Siri. My fingers weren't working. I'm sorry. My brain ain't working either, so forgive me. We are going to be working this evening. Let me just start with what we're doing. I've got this tray. It came in a 5-pack, 5 different sizes from Amazon, and I bought it a long time ago. I don't even know if I have the link anymore. And I went ahead and painted it on the inside. It was just regular pine with buttermilk to save time, because you all know how to paint. And I stained the back side and the back and all the sides and the little rim in dark walnut Minwax water-based stain. And let me turn it down so you can see. This is where our gingham pattern is going to go in, and there are not many left on the gingham pattern, and this is what I am talking about. We are going to be working solely with transfers today, so I'm going to go ahead and get started so that we can get the most in. We are going to be using the red and white one. I already cut it out. I measured from here to here, and then I went and cut that out, and this will fit perfectly in here. Let me see, it fits one way better than the other way because my bottom is not quite level. Okay, that'll be okay. I can stick that in there. Let's see. I am going to go ahead and put a piece of tape on here, because once this is in, I'm going to have a hard time getting it back out. This is already dry. I already sanded it. And we're just going to lay this in here. And this bottom is not perfect. All right, that will work. So I am going to go ahead and take it off with my tape, because once we touch this, we will not be able to get that back off. So I am going to try my best to position this in here. Let me hold this back. And this needs to come down a little bit more. Won't work that way. I was hoping I could do it that way, but it's not going to work, so I am going to have to do it this way. Trial and error, friends. Trial and error. And now we can peel it back carefully and lay it down. I don't know if you can see it. I am pushing it with my other hand down. The trays from Craft Deals would be perfect because you have to assemble them. I'm going to switch this around to where I can see this edge up here a little bit better. You're getting there. I am smoothing it out. We have it in here, ladies. That is about the best way that I know how to get it in there. But the trays from Craft Deals, they come to where you have to assemble them. And that will be the easiest way. Hey, Miss Cindy, thanks for sprinkling, my dear. I have got to catch up on a whole lot of replay watching. We've had doctor's appointments and things going on. And when I say doctor's appointments, they're like an hour away. And so it's been busy. I am going to get a little tool to get into the corners. See if this little thing is going to get me in the corner over here. Using that tape will help you get your stencil back out, the back of sheet, I mean the carrier sheet. And as I am rubbing this in with this little tool, I can see the red changing in color. So I know that that is down. And I am just going to start on one side and then move to the other side. See if I can get that corner to come up. I might need to use my little tool to get that to come up. Look, I got it. Woo. Now we can just work from one side to the other. I'm going to go ahead and try to go along the long edge and just keep working down. So I'm working kind of on a diagonal. Hey, Renee. I read your middle name and said Renee. Hey, Kimberly, thanks for sprinkling. Gosh, I swear. My brain is not attached today. I'm not sure where it went, but it's not with me. Oh, my word. Do you guys ever have days like that? I just don't know. If you're interested in any of these, most of it has been sold out. If there is something that you want either another set of, or you missed out and you want it to be restocked, put your name on the wait list. Tell them, hey, I want to know when this is restocked, or will you restock? Let them know that you're interested. Because these went fast. I mean, they went fast. The bundle is sold out, and I've linked both of the sets that I'm using. Let's see if I can get this in the corner. Let me shift this over a little bit, because once I can get this corner up, then I can work from the other end. The tricky part is sometimes to get things in. And if you need a code for craft deals, Miss Cindy Berry will gladly share her code. I have not checked to see if I could become an affiliate with Craft Deals, but I could do that and check it out. That would be cool. If you need anything from Essential Stencil, hop on the site, check things out. Like I said, I linked this Gingham one and the 4th of July celebration one. Those are the two that I am going to be using today. I might use one or two transfers from the other ones, but mainly it's going to be out of that one set. I just wanted to show you how you can put something together with several of the transfers. Sean, alrighty, Sangberry Jam Crafts for Craft Deals. There you go, ladies. If you need anything, and I think, do they still have that 30% off right now? They had 30% off of something, but I have not looked at it close enough. I'm just going to rub across and hope that we can just pull this back. And having a good tool makes a difference. Essential Stencils got these, and I'm hoping, hint, hint, Essential Stencil, that they're coming out with a bigger tool for like these big transfers. And this Gingham transfer is 12 by 16. It is the size of this page. This is what I all have left. So, and stay tuned. I have another project planned with that Gingham transfer. So, and I don't know if I may come on tomorrow evening and showcase that one, or if I wait until Monday. I don't know yet. I wish I could start from the other side, but I like to meet in the middle, but it is easier to go from this one side for right now because it will be hard to get that side up. And if something looks like it is coming up, just lay it back down. And if sometimes if you lift it up and you lay it back down, you can get a wrinkle in here. I honestly am not too worried about that because this is gonna be a more rustic piece anyway. So I am okay with that. And the reason why I didn't paint it white is I wanted that rustic look, so I did not paint it white, but you can paint it white for your background so that it will be more of a white look than a creamy color look. Sorry for the noise, it keeps getting stuck on the side, the carrier sheet is. I'm glad the rest of the projects are only small projects because this is taking forever to get this off. It's not hard, it's just time consuming. I thought this looks like a picnic blanket, so I thought this would be kind of cool to make like a picnic tray. Which of the transfers do you guys like the best? Or did you get any of them? Which one did you guys get? Hey Eleanor, how are you? Do you go by Eleanor or Sissy? Patriotic stencils today. You received just one. I'm telling you, the patriotic stuff sold out fast. I'm very surprised that everything went so fast. And I have not done a lot with the semi-bicentennial, is that what it is? Semi-quincentennial, sorry. Just because some of the pieces I want to be able to use for more than just one, so I have used the 1776 to 2026. But I have not used the word itself. But that would be something that you could stencil on the side of this. But I am using just transfers today. I'm not going to use any stencils, but that is an option. You could take that and add it on here. That would be really pretty. I am going to use my little tool right here to get in that corner without poking myself. And start from the other side. I'm sorry, ladies, that it has taken so long to get this in. But we don't want to rush this because we want to make sure that this is in here good. Keeps falling down in that hole. And again, if you have a little bit of bubbling, if you've lifted it up and laid it back down and it has a little bubble, just rub back over it. I just think this looks like a picnic blanket. Or tablecloth, not blanket, a picnic tablecloth. I keep saying blanket, but I mean tablecloth, ladies. You know what I mean, right? You can read my mind. Hey, Danette, how is Alabama doing? It was gone so fast. It was. I mean, it was Eleanor. Okay, thank you. I was like, I blinked and it was gone. I'm like, gosh. But like I said, if there is something that you want, you know, put your name right away on the list or ask if it will be restocked. And that way they will notify you when it is available and you'll have first dibs at it. But yeah, I love, there are so many possibilities with these transfers and the stencils that you can make so many things. And to me, patriotic is one of those things that you could leave out throughout the year. There are so many options with that because you have Memorial Day, you have Flag Day, you have Military Appreciation Day, Armed Forces Day, of course, Independence Day, that goes without saying, Veterans Day, Labor Day. I'm sure I've missed another one somewhere along the way. (9/11). I mean, there are so many things that you have that you can literally leave it sitting out. And please don't leave me yet, ladies. Ask questions. Let me know if you have any questions. We're almost done with this big piece. I just don't want to mess it up. We will add 2 transfers to the sides, but I want to make all the little things first so that, you know, I won't run out of time, because I want you to see all the things coming together, how you can display them. And I keep turning my project in a circle. It is easier for me to do that. And I just push, for those of you that are new to transfers, and pull with the other side. And a lot of times I just put my hand under it a little bit and push with my hand as well. And again, if you see a wrinkle or something, like right there's a wrinkle, I know you can't see it, I just lay it back down and I rub over it. But if you rush this, if you pull it too fast, you could accidentally pull it up without it being adhered. And then you might not be able to get it matched up again. I wanted to show you that you can work it and put it inside of a tray. You just have to be patient. And one thing that you need to have when you use transfers, what is one thing when you're putting down a transfer, what does your piece have to be? Tell me in the comments. What do you have to have? How does your piece have to be? $64. Whew. Yeah, we've had some rain too and a little bit of storm, but nothing big. We had some thunder and lightning, but nothing major. And it's, I would say, low 70s today. It was a little cooler, and overnight it was cool. It went down back into the 40s. But it didn't last long. It's not helping that it keeps moving on me. Keeps sliding. Did any one of you have those bad storms that come through? All those tornadoes and everything. Prayers to all of those that have been in that. I know Texas got hit bad. Before I lift this completely up, I am gonna mush it with my hands to make sure that there's wrinkles in here. Don't get me wrong, but I'm gonna try to see if I can smooth some of those out. Our carrier sheet is done. Does that not look cute? Like a picnic blanket. I mean, like a picnic tablecloth. Ay, ay, ay. All right, let me set this to the side. We are going to use several things out of this set right here. And we're going to use some out of this set. I did not link that one. This one is sold out as well. The All-American Pup. I have already painted this little cutting board. It was regular tan color cutting board. I'm just going to sand it real quick. Yeah, that took a little bit longer than I expected it to take. But it's okay. We got this. We got this, folks. I've got a little heart. I don't know where that came from. It's got a little heart inside. But I cannot remember where this heart came from. I sometimes order things from other creators. And I think that came from somebody else, but I cannot remember who it was. All of these are painted in that same color. I've got one of these banner pieces. I think this came from Hobby Lobby, but don't hold me to it. Oh, to the question on how your piece has to be, your piece has to be dry, dry, dry. Whether it is paint, whether it is stain, it has to be dry. And pick up my... My towel had fallen down. Just wiping the dust off. And it also has to be dry. It also has to be oil free. Wax free. See, it had some on there. And this little stool was more white with a little brown in it. So I just took whatever I had left on my brush from the buttercream color, and I just added it on here. Because it just stood out being white. And let me see if I have... This is the color I used to stain. Let's see if I could just add... Just staining up the edges here a little bit. Now remember, we want to make it look a little bit aged, a little bit vintage, like it's been around for a while. And see, now it looks completely different. All right. Now wait until you see what I have for each piece. And we also have a little jar that we're going to work with. We're going to add the top hat to this piece right here. I'm going to let that sit for a minute since we just put the stain on there. Our fireworks are going to go on this one. Dry, dry, dry. That's right, Kimberly. Storming around us. Oh, good. Not much damage, thank you. Not a ton of damage. That's great. It's blackberry winter here. What does that mean? Hey, Miss Bonnie. What does blackberry winter mean? I've never heard that term. Mind you, I'm from Germany, so I might just not know that. I scooted that down a little bit so that the ribbon is almost to the bottom. I've done that on purpose. And not all of it is fitting on here, and I am okay with that. Most of it is on here. And I love these fireworks. I just wanted to show you guys how you can use all of these different elements. And this is so pretty with all the little sparkles on here. That is just really pretty. And since we made this cream colored background, it shows up really, really well. And again, we will age this out a little bit, either with the stain or with the dark wax or with the Waverly wax. So we have to put all of our transfers on first because we don't want that our transfers are not sticking. So we got to make sure that it is sticking on here. And see, you don't have to be a great painter. If you have a couple of wood pieces and some transfers, you can create amazing art. And we will add a little jute string to this. Where's my jute? I know I have my jute over here. Just for looks. Because we're not going to hang it. I normally just pull it through and put a knot in it, but with this having such a big hole, I can't do that. So I am going to just tie it. There's our little banner. I will cut these down. On our little cutting board, we are going to put that little cake. If you have a celebration, you have a little picnic, you're going to need some cake. The cake is going all the way to the bottom. Not only will you need some cake, you're going to have some fireworks. So this is going to tell a story of the Independence Day celebration. Wow, I did not know that. That is so interesting. Hey, Gina. I know I love these transfers, and I just wanted to show you how you can use. Sometimes you get overwhelmed. You have so many, and you're like, I don't know how to use this. I don't know what to do with that. So I just wanted to come on and give you some tips on how you can use these and put them together. I did not know that, Kimberly. Thank you. I know I heard about, what is it, Indian summer and something in the fall. I can't remember. That is so cool. I love learning. But I love to inspire you. I love to inspire you to create with your transfers. Don't leave them laying around. Make things with them. And you know, some of these little things are good as gifts. You can add this tag. You could put to and from on the other side, or a little wish, or, you know, I appreciate you. You can handwrite that on there with a paint pen or a marker. And give that as a gift. You know, maybe with a plate of cookies, or maybe with a birthday cake, or an independence cake. Or, you know, just grab a thermos of coffee and meet your neighbor in the park. This cake looks so delicious. Look at how pretty that looks. So for our celebration, we have our picnic tablecloth in the tray. And this is just a little bow. I thought that would look really cute at the top of our cutting board. Just to fill up the space a little bit. So what else do we need for a celebration? What else do you have when you celebrate something? Look how cute. Let's see, this one should be dry by now. Put our little hat on there. Can't forget Uncle Sam's hat, right? And this can be a candle holder. You can use this for anything. Now the surface is a little bit rigid, so you just have to go a little slow, make sure that it is adhering well. It's not a completely smooth surface. Music, friends, family, balloons. That's right. Thank you, Eleanor. We have to have some balloons. We have to paint our surface first for our balloons to go on. And yes, you have to have family and friends to share it with. You're making memories. And we like making memories. Because one day that might be all we have is memories. You guys know I am big on making memories. And not to put things off. If you want to go do something, do it. You never know what your health will look like, or what might happen where you don't have transportation, or you have to rely on somebody. Do it while you can. Don't put it off to someday, because someday might not come. Uncle Sam's got to be with us. And this is our heart for our family, so that's going to represent our family. And I took this out of the roses transfer, and I really love those rose transfers. Let's see how beautiful that is on this little heart. Because you know, celebrations, you got to have flowers too, right? You got to have some flowers. And who doesn't love roses? Actually, I have never been a rose person. I've always liked wildflowers, or any other flower besides roses. But in my older age, I have planted some roses outside, and my dad had roses in the garden, and he propagated roses or grafted roses and created his own. But I never really liked roses, but I got to loving them now. But I still don't like roses and I cut out one of those little leaves. I know, don't they look amazing? My daughter takes care of that now because I don't have time to do the gardening stuff. And I was just going to put this one coming down from the top to fill that in a little bit up here. Yeah, those knockout roses, and I've got a Neil Diamond and a ketchup and mustard rose. But as far as cut flowers, I've told my husband a long time ago, I said, don't get me roses. Just get me anything else, wildflowers, pick them out of the yard. That's me. I love just random flowers. And honestly, instead of what I do most of the time, instead of giving somebody cut flowers, I either cut them out of my own yard, or I buy them a potted plant, or a plant that they can put outside. Look at that. Oh, there we go. So now we have Uncle Sam, we got a cake, we got some fireworks, we got our loved ones. We're going to have to put our our balloons. I've got this little easel. This was from the Dollar Tree. I don't know if they still carry these. But I don't want to put it on the dark surface. So I'm going to take some Waverly plaster and add that to that cotton board. To that easel. And this is a little bit different color than the buttermilk, which I'm okay with. I didn't want you to miss out on any painting, you know, so I figured I better be painting this. And I always paint things twice when it is a light color. So I will be putting a second coat on here. And thank you all for sprinkling it out. I appreciate that. I call it spreading the whimsy, so that we can get other friends that might love this kind of stuff. Maybe they have never heard of essential stencil or stencils or transfers. Maybe they like vintage. They can come and hang out with us. I was going to give it another quick coat. Always got to dry in between because you don't want to peel your first layer off with your second coat of paint. And it has, if it has a couple of dark spots in there, I'm okay with that because I don't mind the rustic look. And I could have used Dixie Belle, but I had that sitting right there, and I'm like, that'll work just fine. Dixie Belle has some really pretty colors. I kind of like the way that looks. It is not completely covered, and I kind of like that. And we'll probably be putting a little bit of wax or stain on here anyway. Got 6 minutes to get it together. Probably should have went ahead and painted this. While we're waiting on this to dry, let's go ahead and use our stain sponge and stain the edges a little bit. Because remember I said I don't want it bright colored, I want it a little bit rustic. Like it's been around for a while. And I'm not going for solid coverage. I'm just going for a little bit aged look. See how much difference that made? I want to do the same thing to our heart. And I've got hardly any stain left on here, but it's enough to give these pieces just a little bit of something. And I can always come back and put something else on the other side of all of these pieces. And yeah, I shouldn't have put the string on there yet, but it's okay. We're getting around it. We're making it work. If we have too much, we can always take a little bit of a Clorox wipe or something else and a little bit of water and wash it back. I think that looks pretty good. Maybe a little bit of dirtying this up a little bit. And I'm going to add a little bit over that cake. There we go. You don't want it too sparkly. I still need to wipe this, dry this. I see a spot that is still a little bit wet. Sanding sponge. I peeled a little bit back right there, so I'm just going to take my brush and just add a little bit more back to it. And our balloons. If you're new to transfers, it has a backer sheet with a shiny side. It has the carrier sheet, which is the clear plastic. And the design side, if you touch it, it comes off on your hand. If you need to stick it back on there, stick it on the shiny side. Hold it where there is no design. And then we're going to add our balloons. They look good on here. Oh, we forgot the jar. As usual, I'm going to go over a little bit. I meant to do my jar, so we have to do our little jar. I forgot about it. See how easy this goes on if our surface is good and dry. If you have a smaller design, that don't take long at all. Don't forget to hop on this evening. Thursday normally is Miss Tammy on the Essential Stencil page. If there's anything that you're needing from the Essential Stencil site, don't forget to use an ambassador code. You can use mine, WK21. I would appreciate that. If you need access, exclamation mark ES will get you straight to the site. Exclamation mark code will give you my code. And if you want notifications when I go live, exclamation mark notify will get your notifications. Most of the time. You know, sometimes things update and the book changes things. So sometimes you have to refresh. If you are not getting notifications from your favorite people, check your settings. Sometimes when updates happen, it resets those, so you have to go back in, and if your phone makes the update, if an app updates, sometimes you just have to go back in and reset those. Same thing here. We're going to take our our sponge with our stain on here. And I'm making it look like it is an old sign that has been there for a while. And while I'm at it, I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of stain to the little legs and the side to kind of blend it in a little bit. There we go. Bear with me just a second. We're just going to do this real quick. I'm going to take some alcohol. Rubbing alcohol, not drinking alcohol, and just rub that glass a little bit. This is an old yogurt jar, like a little wee yogurt, and the reason I'm wiping it with oh goodness, can't think, alcohol, is to get fingerprints or oil off of there, so these will stick better. These are little fireworks. And you'll see they go around a jar really easy. And hang with me, we're getting ready to put it all together. There's one. And then we're putting another one on the opposite side. I'll make sure I get it. If you have problems with the round, going on the round, you can snip it a little bit and make it lay flat easier. Just rub it on. Sometimes I just use my fingernail. Look how cute that looks. Got one on each side. All right, let's bring our tray back. And I will do this offline. I am going to add the blue to the sides. And then I was going to add a rustic star in the middle right here, but I am running out of time, so I won't do that right now. This was a lot of stuff to go ahead and do. So now we can sit our party in here. Every party needs a candle. And to make this candle even prettier, tie a piece of fabric around it. And I will have to see it from the sides to see which way I need to put it. I've got a rustic, oh goodness, what are these called? Spring, bed spring, my word. That rusty bed spring can hold our, ooh, I have to move this over, you can't see. Will hold our banner in. My word. Words are difficult today, folks. Words are difficult. And I cannot see what this looks like from over here. And I'm going to put a little votive candle in there. And then on the front here, we'll go another star. We'll put it on the fabric. So just pretend there's a star sitting in here. Our little heart. Let's see. You guys see all that? And again, just imagine that this is on the front. With a little star. Okay. Trying to figure out which way I need to turn it so you guys can see the whole thing. Nope, the wrong way. All right, this way. Can you see it this way? And I'm going to get a little votive candle. I'll be right back. There we go. Thank you, Gina. Spring, yes. My words weren't working again. What do you ladies think? There's our party. And we can even darken this up if we want to. But I just think that looks really cute together. You can use some burlap. I'm not going to do it. Oh, I forgot one thing. You could put some burlap in here and wrap it around. But for the finishing touch, I forgot about this. Look. Look at this. Is that just not amazing? I have the little guy in there. And you could still see it when you look it from here. You guys, because the way I have the camera, you can't see it, but you could still see our fireworks. I just love how that looks together. So there is one way that you can use. We've used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 small transfers, and then the gingham transfer in here. And I just think that is absolutely adorable. Let's see if I can maybe lift this up so you can see it. I just think that is so adorable, and like I said, you can put should we put the gingham in the front? The blue gingham, I just thought it would bring out the blues in here, but what do you guys think? Add the blue gingham in the front and then the star. I want to add the star. I'm either gonna use the cream color to add, take this out. I'm either gonna take the cream color and add the cream to it, or, turn this back down a minute. I will add the gingham and the star. I'm not sure if it is showing it or not. I have to hold it on. What do you guys think? Add that gingham to it, or just dry brush it and then add the star? Dry brush it with the cream color. Let me know what you guys think, and I will read our devotion. Thank you so much, ladies. I appreciate it. Our devotion is out of Psalms 37:5. Commit everything you do to the Lord. Trust Him, and He will help you. Psalm 37:5. Commit everything you do to the Lord. Trust Him, and He will help you. Let your faith be bigger than your fear. Let your faith be bigger than your fear. I appreciate you ladies so much. Hop over to Essential Stencils, see what they are creating over there. You like it the way it is? Yeah, after I saw it, I was like, you know, it might just look good just the way it is. But I just love our little birdie in there, and I just think it turned out really good. You guys have a blessed evening. And again, this will stand up back here if you have that spring in there. So that makes it work really well. You can also add these little pit berries on here. One other thing you could do too, I was going to show you real quick. You can add another little flower in here. So there's options, things that you can do. All right, you guys have a blessed evening. Enjoy, and I hope I gave you an inspiration to create with all the little transfers. And you have a blessed evening.